Welcome learners. We will be starting our journey of learning physics from the first lesson of electrostatics of class 12. While studying physics, we will be laying emphasis on understanding the fundamentals of the subject so that we are able to solve both board as well as competition problems. Electrostatics deals with the study of charges at rest. When the charges move, then we call it current. Current electricity we will be studying in a later lesson. In this lesson of electrostatics, we will study the charges which are stationary. To study the charges, first we should be able to produce the charges. One way of producing the charges is by friction. When one insulating material is rubbed with another insulating material, then electrons get transferred from one material to another material. The one which gains electrons becomes negatively charged, and the one which loses electron becomes positively charged. In this diagram of frictional electricity, balloon is being rubbed with a cloth, and some of the electrons are transferred from cloth to balloon, and balloon becomes negatively charged and the cloth becomes positively charged by an equal amount. Similarly, if balloon is rubbed with hair, then some of the electrons are transferred from hair to balloon, and balloon become negatively charged and the hair become positively charged. And the similar charges on the hair repel the hair each other and the hair becomes straightened. We will study the three properties of charges. Number 1, additivity of electric charges. Number 2, conservation of charge on an isolated system. Number 3, quantization of charge. The principle of additivity of electric charges says that the total charge on an electric system is algebraic sum of all the point charges present at different locations on the system. Say this is an insulating material which we will call as system. Say at one location plus 2q charge is present and another location plus 3q charge is present. Then total charge on this system will be the algebraic sum of all the charges, and that will be equal to plus 2q plus 3q, that is 5q. Now, if I give another point charge of minus 5q at another location to this system, then total charge on this system will become 2q plus 3q plus minus 5q, that is 0. The second property of the charges is the conservation of charges of an isolated system. This principle says that if there is an isolated system, then total charge on this system remains constant with time. When there is no transfer of mass, heat or energy between the system and the surroundings, then we call that system as an isolated system. So this is an isolated system. This is an insulating material which we are calling as an isolated system. So on this isolated system, if initially whatever charge will be there, it will remain constant with passage of time. Say at one instant of time it has plus 4q charge at this location and minus 4q charge at this location. Then charge at this point of time on this system is equal to, or initially it has got a charge of plus 4q minus 4q, that is 0. So the charge on this isolated system will remain to be 0 with passage of time. So at a later point of time also the total charge on this will remain 0. We can take another example of conservation of charge of an isolated system. Say this is an isolated system of a glass rod and silk cloth. So this is the isolated system of glass and silk. So both are neutral. So initially the charge on it is equal to 0. Now when we rub the two together, then some of the electrons from glass are transferred to silk, and silk becomes negatively charged and the glass rod becomes positively charged by the same amount. So again the total charge, or at any instant of time, will be plus 4 unit plus minus 4 unit, that is 0. So at any instant of time the total charge on this isolated system will be 0. Third property of charges is quantization of charge. This principle of quantization of charge says that total charge on a system can exist only in discrete packets, and the discrete packet is integral multiple of a basic smallest unit of charge E. So the total charge is a discrete packet. This is a discrete packet. Which is integral multiple of the smallest unit of charge. E is the smallest unit of charge. And this E, which is smallest unit of charge, is the charge on an electron or charge on a proton. Charge on a proton. And its value is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb, and this is called a quantum of charge or grain of charge. Now when a body loses an electron, then it becomes positively charged. Then we use Q is equal to plus Ne. When a body gains electrons, then it becomes negatively charged. Then we will use Q is equal to minus Ne. And this N is a positive integer. Whose value will be 0, 1, 2, 3, so and so forth. To understand frictional electricity, we should be able to answer some basic questions. What are those questions? Number 1. why electrons leave a material? What is the condition? Number 2, if two insulating materials, say A and B, are rubbed together, whether the electrons will leave material A and will get transferred to material B or from B to A, या इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की मर्जी है किधर ही चले जाएं. नंबर 3, अगर एक ही मटेरियल के दो पीस काट के आपस में रब किए जाएं तो ए पीस से बी पीस पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जाएंगे या बी से ए पे जाएंगे. नंबर 4, क्या हम फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कैन बी obtained only by rubbing insulating materials, or we can produce frictional electricity by rubbing conducting materials also? To answer these questions, we have to understand two things. What are those two things? Number 1 is work function, which is represented by phi. So if this is a material and we want to take out an electron, we have to provide energy to it. When one electron is taken out, then the material becomes positive by 1 unit. So work function is the minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron. From the surface of material, and this is also called affinity of material towards electron. तो अगर वर्क फंक्शन ज़्यादा है तो affinity of material towards the electron is more, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन उस मटेरियल के ऊपर रहना चाहेगा. तो अगर हम we rub two materials together, or rub together. So say this is insulating material A and this is insulating material B. So when they are rubbed together, electron will go from A to B or from B to A. This will be decided by the work function of the each material. तो अगर वर्क फंक्शन A का वर्क फंक्शन B से ज़्यादा है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन A के ऊपर रहना चाहेगा. तो एफिनिटी ऑफ A मटेरियल टुवर्ड्स इलेक्ट्रॉन इज ग्रेटर देन एफिनिटी ऑफ मटेरियल B. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ रहना चाहेगा, ए पे रहना चाहेगा. इलेक्ट्रॉन विल गेट ट्रांसफर टू मटेरियल ए एंड द मटेरियल बी विल बिकम पॉजिटिवली चार्ज्ड व्हेन दे आर रब्ड टुगेदर. जैसे एग्जांपल के तौर पे, अगर देयर इज ए ग्लास रॉड एंड देयर इज सिल्क क्लॉथ, then electrons are transferred from glass to silk and silk becomes negatively charged and glass rod becomes positively charged by the same amount. अगर मान लिया ebonite rod is rubbed with fur, then electrons are transferred from fur to ebonite rod becomes negatively charged and fur becomes positively charged by the same amount. Same way, if rubber is rubbed with fur, then electrons are transferred from fur to rubber and rubber becomes negatively charged and fur becomes positively charged by the same amount. Same way, if balloon is rubbed with wool, Then electrons are transferred from wool to balloon, and balloon becomes negatively charged and wool becomes positively charged by the same amount. Same way, if balloon is rubbed with hair, then electrons are transferred from hair to balloon. And hair becomes positively charged. Third, two pieces of the same material. अब क्या इंसुलेटिंग मटेरियल्स को रब करने से ही फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मिलेगी, या हम कंडक्टिंग मटेरियल्स को भी रब करके वी कैन ऑब्टेन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी? सो वी विल कंपेयर इंसुलेटिंग मटेरियल and conducting material. When two insulating materials are rubbed, insulating materials are do not conduct electricity, so charges stay at the location where they are given. So if this is insulating material A, this is insulating material B, if some electrons are transferred to material B and they are transferred at this location, they will stay there, and this location has lost electrons, so this will become positively charged. So the positive charge will stay at this location only. So the two insulating materials, when rubbed, will produce frictional electricity. So this in this way we get frictional electricity. But if we rub two metals together, this is metal A, this is metal B, when they are rubbed, and metals are good conductors of electricity, any excess charge given to the metal is free to move through the bulk of the metal. So even if some electrons are transferred from, say, A to B, then they will instantaneously return back from B to A at some microscopically close point of contact between the surfaces. So there will not be any frictional electricity produced when metals are rubbed. So no frictional electricity when conductors are rubbed. Here frictional electricity when insulating materials are rubbed. So if this is an insulating material and charge is given to this insulating material at this location, if a person holds this insulating material at other point, say this is a person, hold the insulating material at this point, charge is given at other location, and the charge is given to an insulating material at any location, stay at that location. So the electrons, this excess charge electrons given to this insulating material does not flow through the person. If the person is earthed, then electrons do not flow and the person do not get any shock and he is happy. But on the other hand, if there is a conducting material, say metal piece, and we give an excess charge, say we give electrons, then these electrons, similar charges, they will repel each other till they reach at the furthest point up to the boundary. So they will reach to the boundary. The negative charge is given to the conductor, they reach to the boundary, stay there, and an equilibrium is achieved. So any charge given to a conducting material stays at the outer surface of the material, of the conducting material. Now if this conducting material is now touched by a person who is earthed, then electrons will get a path to flow to the earth and the person will get a shock. So ये आदमी रुआंसा हो जाएगा क्योंकि इसको शॉक लग गया. So based on this frictional electricity, we will do 1 marker and 2 marker questions from board and competition examinations. The question says a glass rod is rubbed with silk. What type of charge does glass rod acquire? So as we have seen that when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, then electrons are transferred from glass to silk. So silk will have a negative charge and glass rod will attain an equal positive charge. So answer of A will be glass rod becomes positively charged. Now question B asks whether any transfer of mass will also be there. Since the charging, frictional charging of the materials is due to transfer of electrons and electron has got a mass. So when glass rod is losing electrons to silk, then silk will gain mass and glass rod will silk will gain mass and glass rod will lose mass. Say n electrons are transferred from glass to silk, then silk will gain n into mass of an electron. This will be the increase in mass of silk. Or loss of mass, decrease in mass of glass rod. Where Me is the mass of electron, which is equal to 9.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 31 kilogram. Question 2 asks, during the process of charging by friction, the total charge on the two bodies of the two-body system, there are 4 options: increases, decreases, remains constant, or becomes 0. As we have just seen that when glass rod is rubbed with silk, initially the total charge, because both are neutral, so initially total charge is 0. And when they are rubbed, then electrons are transferred to silk and the glass becomes deficient of electrons, so gains positive charge. But whatever charge is, negative charge is gained by silk, same amount of positive charge is produced on the glass. So total charge on the system of glass and silk will be 4 unit plus minus 4 unit, that is again 0. So there is no change in charge of the system. So when charging by friction is done, then the charge on the two body system remains constant. The question says, why do we experience a slight shock or spark when we touch a metal doorknob after walking on a woolen carpet? So when we walk on a woolen carpet, this is a woolen carpet, and we walk on the woolen carpet, then due to friction the wool loses electrons and the person gets negative charge, and the wool loses electrons, become positively charged. So when this person touches a knob, metallic knob, this is a metallic knob, which is a conductor, and door is also conducting, and this is earthed, then the electrons will flow from the person to the earth through the knob, and the person will get a shock, slight shock, or there will be a spark between the hand of the person and the knob, so he will get a shock. ये पर्सन थोड़ा सा रवांसा हो गया, शॉक लग गया इसको. क्वेश्चन 4, डेफिनेशन ऑफ वर्क फंक्शन. So as we have seen, work function is the minimum amount of energy required to remove electron from the surface of the material. So if an electron is removed from the surface of the material, then the material becomes positive by 1 unit. So the definition of work function, which is represented by phi, minimum amount of energy to remove an electron from the surface of the material. Question 5. So this is an assertion reason question. When ebonite rod is rubbed with fur, this is ebonite rod, and it is rubbed with fur, then electrons are transferred from fur to ebonite. Ebonite becomes negatively charged and fur becomes positively charged by the same amount. So assertion is true. But reason says electrons are transferred from ebonite to the fur, which is not true. The reverse is happening. So reason is false. Question 6. Can a wooden, which is insulating material, wooden rod be charged by friction while holding in a bare hand? So say this is a wooden piece, so charge is given at some location of the wood piece, and this is held by the person. Say the person is earthed, he is holding the wooden piece at some other point, at other location, not at the location where charge is given. So the electrons will not, because electron will stay there. Charges when given to an insulator, the charges distribute to be at outer surface of the material. So this person can charge this wooden material by friction very well, because he will not get shock. So he is happy to charge the insulating material, which is wood here. So our answer is wood can be charged by friction while holding it with bare hand. Question 7. A comb run through dry hair attracts bits of paper. So when comb is run through dry hair, electrons transfer from hair to comb, and hair become positively charged and comb becomes negatively charged. So when charged comb is brought near bits of paper, this is bit of paper, and bit of paper is an insulating material. Charges do not flow in an insulating material. The atom of an insulating material at the maximum can be polarized. So the atoms of the paper, bit of the paper, get polarized due to the negative charge present on the comb, and the nearer end will become positively charged and the farther end of the atom will become negatively charged. So the atoms of the paper becomes polarized, and since the positive charge of the polarized atom is nearer to the negative charge of the comb, it attaches to the comb. So the bits of paper get attracted to the charged comb. ये तो फर्स्ट पार्ट है, मगर सेकंड पार्ट में पूछ रहा व्हाट हैपन्स इफ द हेयर इज वेट. तो इफ हेयर इज वेट, पहली बात तो ये है कि कॉम्ब के ऊपर चार्ज आ क्यों रहा है. कॉम्ब के ऊपर चार्ज तो फ्रिक्शन की वजह से ही आ रहा है, फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस हो रही है. तो जब हेयर विल बी वेट, there will be less friction between the comb and the hair, so the very less amount of frictional electricity will be produced. तो पहला तो less friction का मतलब less frictional electricity. फिर जो स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कॉम्ब के ऊपर है भी, क्योंकि वाटर इज प्रेजेंट, वाटर इज ए कंडक्टर, सो द स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज ऑन द कॉम्ब विल कंडक्ट थ्रू वाटर. स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज विल कंडक्ट आउट थ्रू वाटर. रिजल्ट क्या हुआ कि कॉम्ब इज नॉट चार्ज्ड. कॉम्ब डज नॉट गेट फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. और जब फ्रिक्शनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं होगी तो it will not attract the bits of the paper, will not attract bits of paper. Then 8th question, can two bodies are charged by rubbing if both are made of the same material? This we have seen before, that if these are two pieces of the same material, this is piece A and this is piece B, and since both are made of the same material, they have got the same work function. So work function of piece A is equal to work function of piece B. So there will be no transfer of electrons. so we cannot charge the two bodies made of the same material. So thank you for watching my video. फिर मिलेंगे अगले वीडियो में। अगर आपको मेरा वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो लाइक और शेयर करिएगा।